Vibes with Ivy, and I am back. And we got some stuff to talk about. Now, I know you guys know about DDG and Hallie. I know you guys know. I know you guys been listening to the streets. And on this like alien gang, we got to talk about it. Okay, I know y'all heard about it, but my thing is this. Can y'all not relate to the fact that we all had to like learn the hard way at some point in some relationship? You know, like we all got to go through it. So there's really no big judgment here for me, but let's not waste no goddamn time, y'all, and let's get into it.
All right, y'all, let's get into it. We're going to talk about DDG and Hallie. I'm sure you guys have already heard all about it, but I want to touch down with my alien gang. Welcome back. And anyone who is new, welcome. And we're going to get into what's going on. Now, your girl Hallie basically has been granted temporary sole custody of their son Halo after accusing her ex DDG of abuse. She says, "I was afraid violence would reoccur." Now, for me and my own perspective, I kind of feel like it's sadly one of those situations that is you have to learn the hard way. Sometimes we end up in love with people, and in that moment we think the most of them, and we only see really the basis of things, the surface of things. We really don't even get to see the whole full circle until it's already too late. A lot of us know that. A lot of us can relate to that, and it's not to put down any man or any father, but I mean, they can probably say this same thing. Sometimes you just really don't know a person until you have a child with them and until you live with them, and then you know who they is. But a lot of us walk around with masks. A lot of us act like we someone that we ain't. A lot of us pretend, just so that we can get what we want. Now, for me, like I said, I always felt like Hallie's a sweet girl, good girl. I mean, hey, she probably got another side to her just like anybody else, right? I'm not gonna sit here and say that she's just some goody two shoes. She got a little edge, I'm sure. She's an Aries. I'm sure she has an edge. But at the same time, I still feel like when it comes down to dating a streamer, that is not an easy job. I don't care what anyone says, it's not an easy job. I don't know if I would even recommend it, because streamers, in my opinion, not all, but if they are in a relationship, depending on the streamer, they're going to just blast their business on a 24/7, as DDG has done. He has came to the internet, and he has came to his platform, and he has blasted Hallie on how she's keeping the son away from him and other things. So for me, I'm just kind of like, when you're dealing with something like that, how do you even go about it? How do you go about it when you know that any situation that you have with this father may be just blasted for everyone else to know? I got to take those things in consideration, because I'm really not a big person on that. Like, keep our personal and private life off the internet. Like, I'm not for that. But hey, everyone is, free to do whatever they want. Free will is out here. So you can do whatever you want. But I just feel like it's not an easy relationship. The relationship probably wasn't always, up and down. I'm sure it started off well, but do we think that this was maybe the most ideal? Maybe not. Maybe not. They're cut from two different cloths. I'm sure they have some things in common, but when it comes down to it, sometimes you got to learn the hard way. Sometimes we end up having kids with people that we are just like, well, damn, if I would have just vetted this person a little more and got to know him a little more, then I would know. I would have knew, and I would have done different, right? Now, I'm not saying that she feels that way. I'm only just assuming, but we're going to get into it, right? We're going to get into it, because that's why we talking, right? We going to chop it up, gang. So yeah, you already know. Basically, she was granted a restraining order as well against her ex DDG amid allegations of abuse. Thanks. So we have Halle Bailey granted restraining order against ex DDG amid allegations of abuse. So it says she's been granted a domestic violence restraining order against her ex-boyfriend following allegations of verbal abuse and property damage. According to court documents obtained by TMZ, Bailey claims that during a recent incident, DDG became verbally abusive, smashed her Ring camera, and took her phone without permission. As he left, he allegedly threw her phone out of his car window and shouted a derogatory remark. The restraining order mandates that DDG stay at least 100 yards away from Bailey and their nearly 18-month-old son, Halo. Additionally, he is prohibited from posting or streaming content about Bailey or their child. Bailey has also been granted permission to travel to Italy with Halo for an upcoming film project. So how do y'all guys feel about that? When it comes to what she's alleging, when it comes to what she's saying that he did, can you guys see him doing that? Because I don't know why, just oddly, I can. Oddly, I can see him doing that. And I think the reason why I feel like he is very much a person that I could see doing some shit like that is because he didn't never think that Haley was ever going to come out and say shit regarding him. He never thought Haley, the Disney princess, would risk her reputation to tell everyone the truth about him. Now, I'm not saying that really is, I don't know what the truth is. I don't live in their home. I don't know what's really going on. But all I'm saying is that I do feel like he thought he was safe enough to do some shit like that to her or whatever else he has done, thinking that she cared more about the reputation that she needs to hold for the public than, protecting herself when it comes to her personal life, which obviously comes first when you have kids, right? Right. So that's where you mess up, thinking that you can be that comfortable to treat people or talk to people any type of way and think that they're going to be silent about it. Moving on. So there's a picture of her chipped tooth. With this right here, it doesn't really say in this description how she got that, but I can only assume physically, right? So moving on, because I don't waste too much of your time because I know you guys have already seen most of this stuff. So this is pretty much saying what the other claims said. Haley claims that things became physical in January when DDG came over to pick up their son Halo. She reportedly tried to start a conversation about a visitation schedule. While buckling up their child, my fault, in his car seat, she claims DDG became agitated and said, "Get out of my car!" That caused their baby to cry. And she grew concerned about him leaving with their son in an agitated manner. The two allegedly started to wrestle, leading DDG to allegedly pull her hair and slam her face on his steering wheel, causing her to chip her tooth. So there we have it. There goes the description that we needed to figure out how the tooth got chipped. And trust and believe I'm not trying to make fun of this in any sort of manner because it's not funny. Domestic violence is very serious that everyone should take, in that sort of light. It's nothing to joke around about. But it's another situation where I'm not trying to be, funny, but I don't know if it's far-fetched. I don't know. I mean, it just sounds like something that would occur. Now, maybe it was accidental. Maybe, people they know their own strength, but they don't understand when they do something just how far or how severe it could have, been until the aftermath. So there goes that. I do feel like they probably were definitely wrestling, going back and forth physically, and I do see him doing that. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Like, I don't take it away from him that he's a great father, but it's just the way that he goes on his platform to discuss her or whatever's going on personally when it comes to them. I just feel like there's a time and a place, and your platform is not that, and that's just me. But hey, So his mother came out and she said, "I don't usually comment or say anything on this internet, even with all the negativity, the lies, and hatred towards mine. However, these accusations have made me realize that I had been quiet too long." So it seems like she's trying to make some sort of accusations against Hallie. Like, she's trying to make it seem like she done put her hands on him too. So, I mean, that could honestly be the truth. We don't know. Once again, we are not in their relationship. We are not a fly on the wall. But now, when she said that they were wrestling, that means that they were both being physical with each other, right? So therefore, it's a situation where when you have became physical with one another, it's probably been something that has happened before. And I'm sure he has, called his mom or been around his mom and vented to his mom about the things that have went down when it comes to him and Hallie. And that's when it comes back to the whole goody two shoes. Now, do I think she's innocent? Do I think she's a goody two shoe? No, I don't. I feel like with any woman, we have edge. We have a little crazy side to us. Like, you know what I'm saying? We can go left. So I can see them both being physical with one another. Does it make it right that he ended up, doing something that was a little more severe than he may have anticipated it to be at that moment? Like he ended up chipping that girl's tooth. So that's still something we need to take in regard. The fact is that it's not okay to be physical, man or woman, but we need to learn self-control. That's the biggest one. So in the comments we have, you was quiet when your son used his platform to attack her, so stay quiet now. You know what? Oh, hey, Nay, you right. You right, though. You got a point. Someone else said, go ahead and stay quiet for a little longer, Bookie. Well, I mean, can I blame them? No, I can't, because they do have a point. So here goes a video.
I've been a little scared of the dentist, but I'm going for my regular cleaning and also because I chipped my tooth and I'm just a little nervous. Guys, like I've always been a little scared of the dentist, but I'm going for my regular cleaning and also because I chipped my tooth and
So when she first told the story, it was kind of like she didn't really tell the story. She just kind of just mentioned the fact that her tooth was chipped. That's interesting. They said I need to work on flossing more. I do forget to floss. Yeah. I'm in dental school now, and they definitely do tell you that. All right, so here goes a whole nother bit of clips. Okay, I guess this is like screenshots. Is that it? Oh, okay, chip tooth. And these are supposed to be the bruises that he done put on her. Now, I don't know how she got these bruises on her arm, but yeah. So in the comments, we have the courts would not grant her a restraining order without reasonable cause. Next. Good point. Someone else said, I've literally been in a relationship where shit got physical and never told a soul, even my best friend. Y'all don't know how that shit goes until it happens to you. And that's actually a fact. It is a fact. You do not understand how many people are in their homes going through things that you have no idea about because they walk out their home and half of us look like we're unscathed, like we done been through nothing, or we don't look like what we've been through. Some people will look like what they've been through, but not all of us. So it's like you go on with life with people not even knowing what you even like carrying on you every day or what you have to go back to every day. Like, that's why, honestly, you need to be careful with just how you are with people just in generally, because you don't have any idea what they're going through. Really. You really don't have no clue. And just because these people got money means what? They still go through regular stuff like we do. I'm just saying. So, yeah, these are more, the same photos, actually. Let's see, is there anything else on here? Okay, chip tooth. Okay, what's this?
Should I get a stylist? Why are they saying GGTMZ? Let's see. Why are they saying GGTMZ? All right, I'm looking at her story now. What? Oh. Don't even.
That can't even be real.
All that.
But that can't even be real. That's the thing.
But don't even. But you remember we talked about last night? All that. Let me say something. It's not.
No, I'm saying, but I don't know where that even came from.
Yo, Stop these fake allegations. This is a father. This is a real person. It's a good human being.
But I don't.
But hey, bro, we on stream, bro.
Come on, like I gotta be.
Just don't do it, bro. Come here. Fuck that. That's my real friend. We're not gonna do no false in the stream. He's a great. I feel like.
Y'all, you see how they be backing up DDG, y'all. You see how they be backing that man up, like, you not about to lie on my man. Like, how y'all know it's a lie? We don't know what's a lie, what's the truth. Y'all acting like y'all was there. Anyway, so yeah. And they're not the only ones. They're not the only ones. It's not just him. It's not just the mom. Actually, it's been a few of his folks coming out defending him. I mean, as they should. Go ahead, do what you're gonna do. So let's see what he got to say.
I'm being honest, bro. I'm gonna be honest, and this gonna hurt my heart to say, and it's literally making me like hella emotional, bro. That's why my brother streams, bro. That's why my brother streams, because he can't see Halo how he want to, bro. That's why y'all see my brother on stream until he goes to sleep, and it's kind of like low key fucking a nigga up, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Hold on, child. I don't want to be like emotional on camera type shit. But, nigga, the reason why my brother is streaming so much, bro, and y'all see this nigga on that bitch for hours, bro, is because that nigga called me and be like, bro, that shit hurt, bro. Man, y'all niggas, I'm being honest, bro.
Yeah, so you see what he had to say, and you see how he just like broke down. And look, like again, I'm not trying to make fun of anything. I just feel like, is it performative? Is it genuine? Is it real? You know, is it just like I'm just gonna have my family's back? Because I mean, at the end of the day, like family gonna ride with family, and a lot of times it don't matter. It can be when they wrong or right. So, you know, like I done seen family members definitely back up their sibling, cousin, or whatever, knowing that they were dead wrong. I done seen them lie for them. I done seen them do all that. So it's just kind of like, I don't know how I should take this. I don't know if I should just believe it. And that's why I'm just going to stay on the fence, because to be quite honest, stuff like this, to me, it's just like a reflex of nature. And when I say that, I just say that as in, when it's a family member, it's almost natural for you to jump up and defend them, you know? And so with that being said, I have to question, is it just that, or are you telling the truth? You know? So, and that's why I waited really to even speak upon it, because I already knew people was going to jump on this and talk about it. But I honestly really wanted to see everything that was going to come out before I even spoke upon it. So here goes someone else having something to say.
Claims DDG attacked her. So listen, man. I've been around before while they got into it. And like I said before, I don't get into family issues. I stayed the out the way. I done seen them get into it before. And let me put it like this. I'm gonna put it like this. As a man, matter of fact, let me go to the hold on, wait. Have you ever been in a situation where a woman is just whooping the man? Matter of fact, fuck that. Let's go ahead and get into it. Hallie was beating the out of this. I'm talking about swinging on this. I'm talking about piecing this up. Ha, 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 ha. You feel me? So are you just gonna sit there and just hands behind your back? No. Like, what are you gonna do? Stop. Hey, stop. Hey, stop. Stop. Restrain them. Hey, stop. You know what I'm saying? Claims DDG attacked her.
So you heard what his other friend had to say. They all just coming out the woodworks defending their friend. So do you believe him? Do you believe that Halle was knocking DDG out, straight swinging, right hook, left hook? I mean, once again, being physical with either gender is not right. And I mean, as in, it's not right for a woman, it's not right for a man to be putting their hands on the opposite gender or the same. It's not right, period. But I'm gonna tell you this, I just kind of see it as a situation like, if you don't really know what's going on and you ain't a fly on the wall in a relationship, then you need to just be quiet. Take a seat and let your man handle what he gotta handle. This is his situation. This has nothing to do with you. I don't see none of Halle friends coming out the woodworks. I don't even see Chloe, her sister. I haven't even seen Chloe say anything. So it's like, why are y'all so fast to say something about a situation that y'all probably don't really know all the way full circle? Y'all only know a fucking croissant move. Like, y'all only know half of the situation. Y'all only know a little bit of it. Y'all don't really know everything. And even if y'all feel like y'all do, y'all only know what he's been telling you. And we all know it's his side, her side, and then the truth, right? So it's just like, you need to just sit down and let him handle this. He's a grown man. And that's what I feel. I really do feel like his friends need to go take a seat. For real. So in the comments, we have not his friends making a bad situation worse. Exactly. Someone else said, I hope she releases the ring cam and finishes it. Exactly. But this is the thing. She knows that this is still the father of her child. So I feel like she wants to be able to tell her truth. Because it's like, I need to do something so that this man, so that I can actually feel safe, or I can feel like I can, not have to deal with a certain type of behavior or relationship that I no longer want to be a part of. Because if you ask me, I kind of feel like she's done checked out. I don't even think she really checking for DDG. I don't even think she really want that nigga like that. I feel like he still want her though. And I feel like with, how it is with men, they feel like if you have a child that they just own you. They feel like they can just, pop up and get whatever they want from you whenever they want. Like, no, that's not how that goes. That's not how that goes. And she probably like, nah, I'm standing on it. I'm good with you. I'm good this time. And that man is probably pissed. Who knows? And so that's why we can't be so fast to jump in and be talking, because we do not know. Someone else said, funny thing is his brother said publicly, Halle is the nicest, sweetest person I've ever met. So surely he wouldn't feel that way if she was hitting his brother. Exactly. So that's my point. Like, that's my point. Y'all just coming out the woodworks because y'all want to defend him. That's what that is. So we have alleged text show Halle tried to set up visit with DDG for baby Halo. Separate screenshot shows him inside her home while she wasn't there. It says, me and Halo is at the front door. Can you answer? If you're not home, just say that. Then there's a picture of her room. And then it says, now I know what you've been on, LOL. And it says, you can pick Halo up from George. I have to go to work. He's a weird one. I'm sorry, y'all. I can see exactly why she broke her silence. I can see exactly why she broke her silence. Okay, it says, I'm back, end of the month. He misses you too. Yay, that's not too long, LOL. Hi, just wanted to keep you in the loop. We will be back to 11th now. Haven't heard about Moon getting Halo later this week, as we lightly talked about before. If he will be in town, would you like to get him 27th and return him the 4th? Otherwise, I can keep him until we're back, but I just wanted to let you know we'll be back to 11. Okay, and I will double check with him and let you know. Hi, I forgot to text you. He said that he will wait until you get back to get him. Hey, just thinking about y'all. Wow, now I'm supposed to be with his mom. Miss Tanya, right? So yeah, even though mama coming out saying all this and all that, it seemed like things weren't the way she claiming it to be. Seemed like they had a decent relationship to me. All these hurts, but I don't know. Once the truth come out, things start switching up. So yeah, y'all. I mean, it's a sad situation. Like I said, I don't wish this upon nobody. I truly hope that, you know what I'm saying, moving forward, that both of these two find what they need to find. You know, like they little cute little boy that they have, Halo. You know, like that's the bigger picture. That's really the sole focus when it comes down to it. Like sometimes it's not really a thing to be together once things start to be unhealthy. And then at that point, it's just focusing on your child. And that's how I feel like it should be. People need to just realize that at some point in time, some things just run its course. You know, and even if you're not ready to let it go, you should love that person enough to let it go. You know? And I don't know, I just kind of feel like DDG be in his feelings a little bit, because I really do feel like Halle has put her foot down and has said, I'm good. I'm good. So, and this was just not too long ago. We have Scrappy saying something, talking about why y'all don't be supporting the men when the women tell lies to persuade public opinion. Man, Scrappy, go sit down. See what I mean? You see what I mean? Now, what if it came out, she done, you know, like, this is the thing, like, y'all just keep on talking, and y'all don't understand, like, she could be really holding some sort of crazy-ass evidence right now, and just holding it because that's the father of her child, and she didn't really want to blast him like that. But y'all about to tempt her. Y'all about to tempt her. And then it's like, how are you going to feel if she do have evidence and actually footage or anything upon him when it comes to her claims, and it's the truth? You're gonna feel dumb because you done spoke upon something that you knew nothing about. That's why you need to be quiet. We don't know. She could literally drop footage right now and shut all you niggas up, and y'all literally don't understand that. Just mind your business. Feel how you feel, but you don't need to come to the internet and tell everybody. It's just unnecessary. So anyways, as you can see, these are like text messages from something. Okay, so this is something from who knows when, but this is some other text. And it says, DDG confronts Halle over Brent. So I suppose he thought that she was talking to Brent. Oh, well, y'all not even together no more, even if she is. So anyways, y'all, I mean, I don't want to make this video too long. I feel like you learn the hard way sometimes, but at least you know that you'll make a smarter decision next time, hopefully a wiser decision. Sometimes we end up making these choices and we find out later in life, like, God damn, I should have vetted that person a little more. Maybe we shouldn't even had no kid. I don't know. And it has nothing to do with you regretting your child. It has more to do with the fact that you just want to make sure that your child has a good father, and not just a good father, but his father displays the right way to treat a woman. That is so important. That is so important. It's not all about, you make sure that your son is good, but you should also want to show your son how to treat a woman and how he should later want to treat a woman when it comes to be his time to be with a young lady. You should never want your son to see you talking to his mother crazy, putting your hands on her. You should never want your son to see that or hear that. It's not a good look, and it's just something that you should not want your son to witness. And for me, I'm thinking about Halo. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about Halo in this. So, like I said, our girl Halle had to learn the hard way, but it's okay. We all do. And we, pick ourselves up and we try it again. Dust ourselves off and try it again. That's all that matters at the end of the day. But in the comments we have, she didn't tell lies to the public. She told the truth to a judge. Someone else said, Scrappy, please keep your 2 cents for your $11. Well, yeah, I'm done. So that's really all I got. Like I said, no judgment here. I totally get it. I can maybe even sort of relate in a way when it comes to just making the wrong decision. We're not even fucking perfect. None of us is. You know what I'm saying? We're all human beings and aliens. And we're going to make decisions sometimes that we going to look back and be like, damn, I should have done a smarter choice. You know, but it's all good, man. It's all good. I just hope that everything ends up, you know, how it's supposed to be when it comes to how she envisioned things to be for her and her son down the line. So, yeah, man, drop down your comments and let me know how you're feeling about this matter. Have you been in a situation where you had to learn the hard way? Have you had a situation where you had to learn the hard way, man? So one more thing before I let y'all go. One more thing, because your boy DDG has something to say to Soulja Boy, because Soulja Boy has something to say to him. And what he had to say was, you a bitch ass nigga for putting your hands on Hallie, little nigga. And he added him, if I catch you, I'm beating the fuck out of you. I'm just like, there goes Soulja Boy just inputting himself in everything. It don't matter if it got something to do with him or not, you know? But yeah, that's what he had to say. And this is what DDG had to say.
It's on TikTok as we speak. Galaxies are about $8 after tax. He's begging for $8, guys. These niggas don't leave the crib. Like, and I'll be really trying to respect niggas because, like, you know, I'm 27, bro. So I ain't gonna sit here and act like a nigga wasn't. I ain't gonna act like a nigga wasn't doing this. You feel me? It was for sure doing that. But your time has passed, buddy. It's my time now. You know? Soulja.
He's funny as hell. No, he ain't just say it's my time now. This is the thing about it. Soulja Boy will forever be a legend because, like you said, we was all Superman in it. We all was doing it, and we still will do it to this day. Let the song play, and we break it down into the dance. You know what I'm saying? So I totally get it. As a man, you're gonna definitely respond. You know how men are at the end of the day when it comes to their ego and pride, and he did as what a man would do. So he responded, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, and when things become, you know, public like this on this sort of level, people are going to have their input. Now, you wasn't thinking about that whenever you came on your platform and had something to say about her, you know, and you didn't care about whatever ridicule or whatever negative people had to say towards her in her comment section, right? So at the end of the day, it is what it is. It is what it is, you know, and this is the cost that you have to pay when you put your business on a platform and make it public for people to have a judgment on it. So yeah, maybe this situation alone would make you kind of realize that maybe you shouldn't even did that shit yourself and came on your platform and made things public. You know, maybe, you know, you'll have that moment and really realize that. And it's a good thing that she actually went ahead and made sure that you couldn't speak on the relationship or her son no more when it comes to your platform, because honestly, it was giving sabotage. It truly was. So like I said, who knows what the truth is and what the lie might be, you know. And I only say that because, like I said, I'm no fly on the wall. I don't know these people personally. I just feel like he thought that she wasn't going to say anything about the stuff he was doing, and she proved him wrong. And she had something to say. And she said what she said. And now he has to deal with the cost of it. So, you know, let me know what y'all think down in the comments. That's truly all I got. I mean, you know, we all go through a situation where we have to learn the hard way. And it's not about being judgmental or being, you know, like, because I know when you hear something like that, like, you had to learn the hard way, you know, it's kind of like, damn. But nah, it's in a way that's like, hey, we all been there. And it's understood. So that's all I got, y'all. And until next time, I'm out.
That's all, folks.